You are now listening to Feeding Off Each Other.
Oh my God. Hold on. We're back.
4-0.
This is
Wow.
40.
We really made it.
Mhm.
Apparently it takes 100 podcasts to get decent at podcasting, so almost halfway there.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Welcome to Feeding Off Each Other, a weekly podcast where we feed off the talent, humor, knowledge, and awesome stories of our guests and each other. Feeding off each other. I'm
That's very
Matt
good.
Dennison. I remembered it.
I'm impressed.
I did it. I practiced in the bathroom mirror this morning.
Mhm.
I'm joined by the beautiful, healthy Jason could be a Deardo Lucas.
Yes, I'm back. Healthier than last week.
For the next introduction, for you know who comes next, I haven't figured out what his like catchphrase is. Is there like a famous quote for Mr. David Wiggins? What's your most favorite, or like what's your like most famous like catchphrase from our videos? Do you have something?
Catchphrase?
Yeah, you know, like could be a Deardo. You know, is there something? Is there like a David Wiggins banger?
I fucked your mom.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, no one knows,
Say
no one
that
knows that
once.
video.
And as usual, I'm joined by David. I fucked your mom, Wiggins. That's got a nice ring to it.
That's me.
That's great. Jason, you healthy now? You good?
I think so. Yeah, I'm definitely way better than I was last week, which I was so bummed to miss.
Yeah.
I was so bummed.
Caleb was sad to miss you too. He was really excited to see you.
Well, it was too, like, I didn't even feel sick on the Monday, which we were all together. And then Tuesday morning, when we we're going to record, I was like, woke up. I was like, yeah, pretty sure I'm sick. And I also I don't know. I feel like we live in a world now where it's like, don't get anyone else sick. We
Yeah.
don't want to do that anymore. So this is not a good environment to be in when you're.
Yeah.
When
Now
you're
we
not
work in
feeling
a
well.
studio and we're inches away from each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just mouth breathing on this microphone for hours.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, super bummed, but stoked to be back.
That's great. We're happy to have you.
Shit.
Well,
Here we go again.
good thing we brought an ill person into our studio as you recover. Would you like to introduce our guest today?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So caveat. I also wrote this intro while being very tired last night.
When he was sick.
No, I was healthy. I was
Okay.
not super sick. All right. This week we have a true freeride mountain biking legend with us. Not like all those fake ones from the past. From humble beginnings, hucking his meat off anything and everything in the mountains of North Vancouver, to competing on the world stage in multiple Crankworx slopestyles and Red Bull Rampages. On top of that, he has had many iconic segments and appearances in the sport's biggest movie franchises, such as New World Disorder, North Shore Extreme, Rome, etc., and so forth. These days, he is focusing more on the content creation side of the sport, but he is still out there sending it as hard as ever, until recently, when an unfortunate accident led to a broken femur. He's here to talk about that and so much more. Ladies and gentlemen, Geoff Gulevich, also known as Gully.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
There you go.
Sorry. I'm going to turn that down.
For what?
How you
he's
guys
here.
doing?
Yeah, how are you doing?
I've been better. I've been worse. Just day by day. I'd say one step at a time, but that's not really the case.
Yeah, more like one sit at a time.
Yeah, one crutch at a time.
For the people watching on YouTube, you'll notice Gully has a leg up on the table here. You comfy?
Yeah, it's not actually because I'm really cool. It's because I actually just suck at something I like.
I love the slippers. The dad slippers.
Oh,
Those
man.
look nice.
I'm literally living the stay-at-home dad life without the kid and the ability to walk.
Have you picked up a soft mock sponsor yet?
Haven't picked up a soft mock sponsor. Walked in there. I paid full price. They were extremely helpful. I want to thank them for their service.
Walked in there.
Yeah, I got these before. I got
Okay.
injured. These were going to be my travel slippers for the year.
Hey, well, you traveled here today.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what happened?
I was skiing with a bunch of buddies off a little range off the back of Cyprus we frequent, and we had all our Avi gear. All of us have our snow knowledge, some sort of first aid or wilderness survival or whatever. And yeah, So we've been scouring every side of Cyprus. Everything was good. So we dropped off the back. And I literally took a moment about 200 feet before the exit to see where last man was. Like I was actually trying to be responsible, which is very uncommon.
That's unlike you.
Exactly. And so I stopped, shoulder checked, and I felt like the snow kind of pushed my skis. Didn't really think anything of it because that happens all the time. And something just broke loose, and I was literally on my side before I knew what had really happened. And sliding down, I was kind of going through this choke point, and there's this tree that was about 6-7 inches wide, like soft left of it. And I was just like, I'm going to hit that. There's no way around this. And I'm trying to kick off my skis, tried to grab a branch that was like right in reach, and I got a good grip. And the snow is just so powerful, man. It like ripped it out of my hand, and I was getting close to this tree. No success with kicking my skis off. So I just kind of tucked backward to protect my head. And I smashed this tree. And it didn't even really feel like much, but like I know the force that was pulling me was so great. And I tried yelling for my crew, but they were just over this roll, like just out of earshot, just out of sight. And I know the snow kind of just soaks up any volume you're putting out there. So I started digging myself out. It was about a waist deep burial. And my right leg just wasn't where it should be. It wasn't next to the tree.
Oh.
So I kept on digging, and I saw my left leg, and then I saw my thigh, and it was pointing up the hill. And it was literally across my body and like slightly uphill on the angle. And I'm like, holy shit. Like this escalated very quickly. And if that's my knee, I'm not walking for like a year. That's going to be trouble. And I kind of realized the angle was higher where the bend was coming from. I'm like, oh, that's not my knee. That's my femur. That's 2 months. That's not so bad.
All right. Okay.
And so I undid my pants and
I'm
reached.
in danger.
Yeah, pretty much. The snow is now settled, and I've dug myself out. I reached down my pants to check my femoral artery, make sure there's no bleeding or anything there, because like my leg was sideways. I was certain the skin was broken or something crazy was going on, but there was nothing. So that was slight relief, and I was trying to think of how long it would take for my group to find me. Like, I know they're at the bottom. How long is it going to take for them to realize that something's wrong? How long is it going to take for them to get up to where they can get me in visibility and then make any moves from there? So I was just like, I need to get myself into visual contact with these guys. And where the impact had happened was right where my phone was. So I kind of just assumed it was toast. And I was just like, the faster move is to like just go. I have no clue if I have reception or anything right now. I just need to like take advantage of not being able to feel anything right now and get myself down to make visual contact. So I swung myself around. I literally picked up my leg that was directly sideways and just like dropped it down where it should be. And it was too easy to move. Like there wasn't much resistance. I was like, I've fucked this thing. Like this is not good.
Dumb question. Did that hurt?
Didn't hurt at all.
Really?
Wow. Like I had complete clarity. And I knew I just needed to take advantage of this numbness right now. And so I've oriented myself so my head is back down the hill. I can't slide forward. The snow's too deep, and it's going to grab my leg and take it some direction. Like it's like this is really happening. So I slide myself backwards. Like I pass from a couple branches to a couple branches. And then there's like still 120, 140 feet to go down, and there's nothing there. I know there's like a 4-foot dropout to the snow below. Looks untouched. So I make the decision just to let go and slide my body down just to get in view quickly. I'm like, the damage is done. Like, what else can happen? You know? And I drop out onto the flats, and my buddy Steve Mitchell's there. And I guess they thought I just like double ejected exiting. And they're like, you forget something?
Oh.
And I was just like, I need a helicopter. My femur is broken. And he's like, what? I'm like, this is real life. And Steve and our buddy Graham, like, they immediately grabbed their phones. They were calling 911 as quickly as possible. And I dragged myself about 25 feet away from the terrain trap that I'm now in, because if anything sheds, it's just going to stack on top of me. So I dragged myself over, made a little snow bench, put my leg on it, made a little backrest, and then just buried my leg in snow to stop any swelling and try and numb it so it didn't hurt when I came around, really. And then, it took Steve like probably 25, 30 minutes to get to me because he had to throw skins on. He's on the phone with SAR. So he actually finally gets up to me. And then Graham doesn't have skins with him. So he's just boot packing up through waist deep snow. Takes him like an hour. In that time, like the helicopter's already flown over once. It's checking out the situation. And then it departs to go throw the long line on. And as it tries to come back, all the clouds have moved in. So like, it's not coming back for a while. Like, we ended up waiting like 3 hours, 20, 30 minutes before it got back and it was able to pick us up. And the crew on the line was amazing. Like, there's one female doctor that gave me fentanyl and ketamine right away. And I was the happiest dude on earth.
Yeah, goodness.
And the other guy, he's just like, you look familiar. I'm just like, so do you. I've helped you with a couple extractions before in the summer. And he's like, oh, right on, man. And
Small world.
he's like, what's the deal? I'm just like, no head trauma, no bleeding. My right femur is definitely broken. Heart rate's good, but we should get moving before those clouds come back in. And he's just like, sounds good to me. And they literally loaded me up and I passed out immediately before the bag took flight. Like, I was so done. Like, your adrenaline's just completely empty. You've been in -7 for 3 hours sitting in the same spot. Your leg's fucking broken.
Yeah. You're a bit tired.
You're a little tired.
You
there.
just did fentanyl and ketamine.
Yeah. And got into the ambulance, finally called my wife to let her know there's no real reason on alerting her before when it was still like a real serious situation. And off to the hospital. I'm so high at this point that like they're like, we need to get this guy undressed. I started undressing myself. I was taking everything off. They pull off my left ski boot and they're like, I don't know if we can get the right one. I was like, you guys can just cut it. Like, it doesn't really matter at this point. I'm not skiing this year. And the surgeon's just like, well, let's try and get it off. And so I give my own leg tension and they're pulling this thing off and they got it off successfully, which was mental.
Future Jeff's going to be stoked.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's a crazy story overall. But yeah, man, like, I had surgery the next morning. The swelling was so bad. I was just leaking out all the incisions. Like, I had to get 2 blood transfusions. And the best part was I had this 80-year-old lady with a broken hip with dementia next to me for the 6 nights.
I had the same thing when I broke my leg.
Did you?
Yeah,
The same lady?
an old lady screaming.
Yeah.
And she learned my name because I had family people,
Oh,
people
no.
visiting, and so she would be like, David,
No.
help!
I can't help,
And at one
Christopher.
point, my sister was visiting, and we were just separated by a curtain, and
Yeah.
she started to pull the curtain down, and then was falling out of her bed,
Oh,
and
my
almost fell
God.
onto the ground. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, this was very similar. She had a
Very
real-
haunting, right?
It is.
Yeah.
And like, luckily she didn't learn my name. She wasn't a learning computer like yours was. But like, every morning around 4 a.m., if your light was on past 8:30 at night, like, Lord have mercy on you. She was going to let you know. But at 4 a.m., she would get up, help, help. And the doctors would come in. She'd be like, do you know where my brassiere is? Can you get me a Sears catalog?
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
But yeah, everybody else in the room was great. And it was a nice 6-night stay at the Hotel Lionsgate.
Oh my God.
But yeah, we're back home. We're almost a month in. We're feeling good.
Yeah? No
Yeah.
pain right now? Or you're not on pills or anything?
No,
yeah.
been off painkillers for 2 weeks, if not more. Not even taking Tylenol or Advil. Swelling's down. Been going to physio every week, getting the range of motion back, getting swelling down, blah, blah, blah. And like if I had to go solely based off of feeling, it's feeling really good. I see the surgeon on Friday. I get new x-rays. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I definitely have my fingers crossed for positive news. I would love to start weight bearing pretty soon here. And I feel like that'll really accelerate the healing process, and I can get rid of my metal sticks and help my wife around the house. I've never wanted to help around the house so bad. Like I'm seeing her clean and I'm literally just sitting there trying not to spill goldfish on myself.
That sounds like normal Geoff.
You feel like a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I can clean the goldfish up normally.
Yeah. True. Oh man. So yeah, it's been what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
4 weeks to the day tomorrow.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
So under a normal-ish femur break, is it 6 weeks before weight bearing or less?
Honestly, like as far as I know, with like I got a rod all the way down my legs. So they literally
Oh, excuse
I have 2 massive incisions here, and then I have a surgical rod all the way down here.
Okay.
should be a little more clear. But yeah, they literally put it in above your and through your hip all the way through.
That's
And
crazy.
from my understanding, if it's a clean break, sometimes you can walk out of the hospital because it's structurally sound. It's in there, and your bone will heal around it. I shattered my femur. Like it was, I don't know exactly how many pieces, but the doctor hasn't shown me the x-ray yet because he doesn't want to like get my morale down.
No way.
I'm not even kidding.
Wow.
So
Just confetti in there.
yeah, like I don't know if it's a boy or a girl because I can't see in there, but
Hey, can we just Google
Yeah.
like shattered femur?
Oh, that'll be it.
like not the making of, just
Yeah.
like an x-ray of the end result.
Yeah.
Shattered
We
femur
need to
X-ray.
set a bar somewhere.
Yeah, like I'm super curious to see it also, but literally everything feels really good, and the 2 ends were solid, and from what I understand, that's all you really need to grow the middle part back. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm optimistic.
Why is there a baby? There's an X-ray of a baby. All right, this is creeping me out.
That's
Get
weird.
rid of that.
Yeah, let's not click any of those.
That's bringing the morale way down.
Yeah.
So this was a lot worse than I expected. When I imagined how you might have done it, I didn't expect your leg to be pointed up the hill in the other.
Mhm.
Oh man, like everybody is just like, oh yeah, you broke your femur, blah blah, blah. Like that sucks. And like honestly, like I was pretty close to tapping out. Like it was from where I was. There's no way like search and rescue could really get to me unless they skied down on you and potentially triggered something else. Like my only option was to get my own butt out of there and like make contact. It was wild, man. Like I'm kind of embarrassed that it all happened, but like ultimately I'm super happy that I was able to function in the way I was in that situation. And yeah, I'm really happy to still be here because
Yeah.
snow's scary, man.
Snow is scary.
We got some photos here. Maybe we can talk through them here.
This is
Can you bring them up full screen? Yeah.
so
Oh, the
this is
bag.
me bagged up. The doctor on the right was super nice. She's the one that gave me some really fun drugs. And then the
You had
search-
fentanyl and what?
ketamine.
Ketamine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did they give you glow sticks as well?
I actually had those pre-packed.
Oh,
So
sweet.
in the dark bag, I'm having the time of my life.
Like what? Yeah. What are you feeling? What are some of your memories? Like looking around, you're looking upwards towards the sky. You probably don't see that much.
I fell
of it.
asleep.
Oh, right. You fell
Like
asleep.
they literally like I stopped moving and they panicked and reopened the bag. And I was like, no, my job's done.
Close.
Shh, shh.
Zip it.
No, they were great. Like they got in there as quickly as possible. I know the window for extraction, like you can see all the clouds in the background of that photo.
Mhm.
Like that stuff came in and they couldn't get in for 2 hours. And when they did, they had literally a 20-minute window. They made it happen. And I'll definitely be hosting another fundraiser for search and rescue as soon as I can walk here at North Point Brewing.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Another one. So you've done that before.
I've done one for SAR last year. And yeah, I never really expected it. That was after the first extraction I actually helped with, and I was like, these guys are so dialed. Like, I want to give something back to them, and I never really expected to need their services, but I'm really happy that they kicked ass, man. They were on point. Everything from the phone call to the actual extraction was pretty amazing. Like, this coming from a guy who is in a lot of pain, and like, all I'm trying to do is stay quiet, chill out, because I know if I make any noises, my crew's going to start panicking too. There's nothing you can do in this situation. So, sucks, man. There's big old incision on my hip there from where they put the surgical rod down my leg. So that goes literally the entire length of my femur. And you can see that big gun on my leg. It's gotten a lot of play lately.
Yeah.
God damn. Those staples are out now?
Staples are out.
Nice. Okay.
Everything's healed up real nicely externally. Yeah, they're. I think that was the most colorful my leg was. I guess you can see the actual impact point. So my phone would have just been right kind of in that tape zone on the right side, so that's why it didn't break. But I guess that's the actual fracture point there.
It actually looks not bad. Like, I couldn't tell that you had such a traumatic accident.
Yeah, like, honestly, I'm kind of blown away by this whole procedure. Like, there's no cast. People are looking at me when I'm walking down the street. They're like, "Oh, you twist your ankle?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." Totally.
Yeah, the upper ankle.
Yeah.
You would not expect that you went through.
No, but yeah, the
Through this.
first days were hard, man. Like, you can't get comfortable. They're giving you so many drugs. You don't really know what's happening. You just know it's not right. And oh, there's a good one. There's peak performance. I think that's first night in the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, we are flying. Like,
Fentanyl.
I'm looking.
They give you Molly at that point?
I think they may have. It definitely looks like it.
Did you have any come down from the drugs they gave you?
I was definitely having some sort of withdrawals.
Yeah.
And nights, like, I would have just like crazy sweat outs. And it was definitely in the first 2 weeks. Like, as soon as I got home, like, if I tried sleeping in my own bed, and I literally just, there's my shape of sweat in the bed.
Yeah. I had the same experience.
Did you?
I tasted metal too.
Yeah.
And I just feel really toxic. And I think I was having like hallucinatory dreams and stuff as well.
Yeah, because if you're tasting iron, it means like you're, is it not like your iron level is super low or something like that?
Maybe I never got an explanation really.
Okay. I did hear that, and I was experiencing that, and I was just like, are my kidneys blown out from all these drugs, or what's going on here? And I guess the answer is yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I got off them as soon as I could.
Yeah. They sent me home with the hydromorphine,
Okay.
and I used it for probably the first 2 days at home before I like found comfort. And then, yeah, the sweats started
Yeah.
quickly after that. Like, get off that stuff. They're opioids. They will ruin your life if you stay on them.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I Googled it. A metallic taste in your mouth can also be a symptom of an underlying medical condition. For example, it can be seen with these health conditions: dental issues such as a tooth infection or gum disease. So don't worry about it. It's just a separate thing.
Yeah.
You guys should go to the dentist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That adds up.
Yeah. Go in our blue sweaters together.
Yeah, did you guys talk beforehand? You guys are wearing almost the same thing except for
Yeah.
the shoes. You forgot your soft mocks.
Yeah.
I did. No, I just thought I put on one blue item, and then I thought it'd be funny if I wore all blue for some reason. I
To
don't-
just perfectly blend into the couch and
yeah,
curtains behind
yeah,
I was going to pay tribute and wear a flannel and jean shorts.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
you. What are we looking at here?
This
How did you get
is-
this shot?
Yeah, this is an insane shot.
Were you influencing in the air?
They actually have cameras on because they do the search and rescue show, and this actually just got sent to me. I don't know if this was. It looks like it's on the line. Obviously, I don't think it's on the actual bird, but it's a cool
Incredible.
shot. And
Incredible.
someone sent it to me, and I've just been holding on. Yeah, it's a good time to see it. You can see the snow is really nice.
It's beautiful. Too bad you couldn't see it.
I know. I was having a rave in my cave. I was fully in the red room in there.
Man,
Yeah.
I hope they turn the show into like a sitcom show and they have a scene of you raving in your cave.
The outtakes
That-
are just dropping me off the gurney.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Oh, your leg's sideways again. That's a something.
oh, that's gonna be a concussion too.
Oh boy.
So did they film that? They filmed it for the show?
No clue.
Oh wow.
I would expect so. Like they had GoPros on their helmets, and I was like, you guys could have been here so much faster if you just called me for settings.
You're like, no, this way,
No,
this
no.
angle, this
Your
angle.
ISO is too open.
You're like linear mode? Are you serious right now?
Yeah. You rookies.
90% of the viewers just tuned out.
GoPro talk. Oh, right, great.
Yeah.
A couple more photos there. Let's pull them up.
I don't think I sent that many more.
No? Okay. Those are the bangers.
Those were the bangers. Yeah, there was honestly, it was just crazy incident. Oh, and like my buddy that I also tour with, Marcus Riga, who's like an incredible photographer. He was just back there skiing by himself, and just kind of showed up on scene. He's like,
Oh.
bummer. Look, like, how you doing? I'm like, hey, Marcus.
Hey, you guys need some fentanyl or ketamine?
I know I said it was from the doctor, but
It's from
Dr. Riga.
Yeah. Professor Riga. He'll know that name.
That's amazing. So he was just there.
Just showed
Just
up.
shut up.
Yeah, he was just skiing that zone by himself too.
Wow, man.
Like
It's the most Marcus thing I've ever heard.
he hasn't gotten a resort pass in I think 4 years now. Like he literally just walks up for every run.
We got to turn this into a TV show, man. Yeah. This exact scenario, let's just act it out.
Yeah,
It's too funny.
we need to do a dramatic dramatization of this whole experience. Marcus can play himself. We'll include real drugs. It's gonna be incredible.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Do you have photos of your leg? Because I was wondering if you were going to show us something really gnarly.
Oh, like I can show you all the incisions. I can.
Well, not that I necessarily want to see it. What I'm asking is, do you have a photo of your leg pointing in another direction?
Oh no,
No.
no. I'll get one of it at its fattest.
And was your phone toast, or is this the phone?
No,
that
this
you-
is it.
Oh,
But
wow.
like in the time, you're wondering if you're gonna have reception or anything.
This episode brought to you by Gorilla Glass.
I was gonna say an Android would have failed.
Android's out. All right, got a couple to send over to the MacBook Pro. But yeah, man, it's been a crazy go. I'm really excited to.
Was that the sound of the airdrop?
That was the
The
airdrop.
viewers get to experience the airdrop too. This is great.
Yeah,
I'm gonna break my monitor, I swear.
it's just super real time. Nothing is faked here. Yeah, look how big that sucker is. Obviously, it's
Wow.
under my food
That's what
table.
she said.
But like anybody that knows me knows my my thigh is not that big.
No, not at all.
And that you can see the bandage on the left there. Like I literally got this tattoo that says "Good luck" 3 weeks before this.
No way.
And the incision is right through it.
Dude, that's even more badass now.
When did you get it?
3 weeks before the incident.
Oh, my soundboard wasn't high enough. I was setting you up for about a week ago.
No, I thought you were gonna
You
go
just
with
cut that.
bare naked ladies. It's been.
We got to download that one.
Oh, we
There's,
do.
We gotta
there's
add
a
that.
good angle of it.
Good lord.
Man, your tattoo artist must be making a killing these days.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, he's doing well. But yeah, like I've never fixed up a tattoo or anything. I just think it's kind of funny to mess him up. It gives him a little character.
Yeah, what does it look like now?
See it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's like a little bit out of line, but pretty well, not bad.
That's it, eh? Just that one scar.
No, I got that. I got 2 here, and then I got 2 big incisions up the side here.
Wow.
But like they literally drill out the middle of your femur, put the rod in, and then I think they lock it in with a couple screws at the bottom, couple screws at the top.
You ever think about if you had that injury like 100 years ago and you would have just been fucked?
If I had that accident 100 years ago, I can count about 17 ways I would have died.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, just down to like if I had made it as far as surgery, infections.
Yeah. There's just, but even if you survive it, you're just the guy with like the dangly leg for the rest of your life.
Totally.
Or maybe you cut it off.
They cut it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gone.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Like, it's honestly like the whole process of this, like from the extraction, painkillers, surgery. Like they had to give me 2 bags of blood because I was leaking out so much. Like all of these methods, like they wouldn't give transfusion 100 years ago, I don't think.
Yeah,
Like,
or
or
they'd
they-
just be bad at it probably.
Or they give you the wrong
They'd
kind.
just
and
be
you-
trying to like shove it into you somehow.
Oh, is
yeah.
that a
Or
bag of
they
blood?
give you the wrong blood. That's
Yeah,
that's
they would.
me. Yeah, I'm A negative, I believe. I learned on this journey.
Yeah, I still don't know mine.
I never did.
So what you'd say was
So Canadian.
You'd say it was a negative experience, or
Bazinga!
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it.
so you were talking about you had a physio story that you were teasing earlier.
Ooh.
Which one?
Just about the guy. Maybe
Oh.
I said save it for the pod, and I'm not even sure if it's that interesting at this point.
What are we-
I had to drive Gully here, and I listened. He let me in on a few things, and I resisted saying leave it for the pod, because
Oh,
I wanted
okay.
to have a real conversation with him. So
So you just don't care about the show.
I tried to linger. I tried to linger on Duolingo. He's been practicing his Spanish.
Sorry,
so
Dua Lipa?
I tried not to ask you any other questions.
Yeah, you were pushing pretty
Yeah.
strategically towards Duolingo.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't,
just
I
like-
didn't want to hear any details of the accident. Didn't want to know what happened.
Smart.
That's impressive. Yeah, like I was really curious about your interest in Duolingo. Like, I was gonna get commission on someone signing up.
So like you get a streak if you get a certain amount of days in a row? Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, so what's Byron's? Let's look at your whole list of friends. Who do you follow? Oh, wow.
So strategic. I thought we were bonding.
No, we don't do that here. We only feed off each other at this podcast. We don't bond.
TM.
So, what have you been filling your time with?
Duolingo. I'm learning Spanish. I've been doing like 3 hours a day.
Wow.
And then
Bueno.
I've taken on a little role with Orbea, managing the ambassadors from Canada, US, and the UK. So been diving into that role a little bit. There's just so much of the actual company to learn, and budgets, everything. Like I've dealt with this all my entire life, like dealing with a handler more or less, and now kind of having my foot in both doors. It's pretty cool actually. Like I'm meeting a lot of our cool athletes and like just figuring out this role. So I'm getting a lot of guidance from my boss at Orbea. And yeah, it's just a really nice growing experience. It's like just kind of planning for the future, and we'll take it as it comes.
As like a professional athlete, I always feel like the injury thing is always such a like, well, what do I do now? Like,
Yeah.
I got to figure the next thing out right now.
Totally.
Did you have that moment?
I like all my sponsors have been super supportive. I haven't broken a bone in 11 years now. So I've kind of just been saving up for the big one. And now we're here.
And you cashed in big time.
No kidding. But like every one of my sponsors that I've called and told them about this, they're like, relax, like you're good. It's still early in the season. Heal up, and we'll crush the second half. And even with Neurona, like I was super nervous to tell those guys because I had literally just signed with them. And they're like, oh, we're an Alpine company. We've had 3 athletes in slides this year. Like, it's like, okay, good to know.
Wow, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta imagine it really comes with the territory for, extreme sports athletes anyway. So
Yeah, like absolutely. And like, I feel like I have a big enough following. I'm productive enough, and I have a good cache of content that I can just dive into during this time. But yeah, aside from that, I've just been diving into physio and going to see my guy twice a week, doing all my exercises at home. I'm literally doing like marathon crutch laps around the block just to like keep the heart rate up and get fresh circulation in there. So really curious to see where I'm at. Like I get my new x-rays tomorrow. I see my surgeon on Friday, and that'll be literally 4 weeks to the day from surgery. So I'm hoping he allows me to weight bear, because I feel like that's just going to speed up the entire recovery from that point on.
Sure. Well,
Well,
that's a great story.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Remind me a bit of Brett Tippie's survival story.
Yeah,
that he told
man.
us.
Like, we've been back and forth with our stories, and like both of them are really messed up. Like, I feel like it's kind of a reflection on the person too, to like be able to get out of that situation. Just like my wife made me promise that I wouldn't die doing anything stupid. So I kind of, when this all happened, I realized I had to get out of there so I can die at 69 from some heart attack.
69.
On April 20th.
Yeah. Well, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen there.
Are you in room 420? Or is that 4? I see a 4 behind you in this photo.
There's a 4. I believe it's just a 4.
Oh.
Yeah. That's first night in hospital. My wife, Brianna, who is super impressed with the whole situation. She's pumped.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Yeah.
But it's been 11 years since the last one, so
Yeah,
That's
I
not
know.
bad.
It's been really good. Like, I think my last one was my scapula.
okay.
And yeah, you've probably never heard of a scapula, 'cause who the hell breaks a scapula?
It's my favorite vampire. So
There you go.
Oh, that little flipper thing in the kitchen.
Yeah. I use it with pancakes every weekend.
Well, Gully broke his.
Yeah.
So we can't-
Oh, that's too bad. Why is it taking you out for so long, though?
What's that?
No, why'd your spatula take you out so long? Never mind. I was trying to feed off his joke. Wasn't feeding.
Is this a picture of the scapula?
Can't feed yourself with a spatula.
Oh, yeah, shoulder blade.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
How'd you do that one?
That was in the 9 Nights event in Italy. We were sessioning this one jump to wall ride, and like the landing was a little bit off, and I kind of popped out and tabled a little more than I should, and it just threw me off the correct landing angle to the landing, and just kind of pitched me over, and I fell into a corner, and I got up immediately and kind of just took off my jersey because I knew I had scraped it all up, and the medic was just like, no, stop. I'm like, what? He goes, you have the fin like the shark. And I literally looked over and I could see it. And I was like, ah! And sat down immediately.
That was a great voice.
Yeah, what accent was that?
That was so
Italian?
good. That was so good.
I was like Japanese or Italian. I can't quite put my finger
He's
on
been
it.
doing Duolingo. Come on.
Yeah.
He knows.
He went, wow, 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 wow. Oh, no.
It's a Mia.
It's a you, a shark.
God damn it. I have a fucking sound for this. I
Come
can't find
on.
it.
Come on.
Come on. We'll keep filling.
We'll give you a buffer.
Yeah. Keep talking.
Uh,
Hold on.
yeah, okay. Perfect.
So is it too soon to ask when you think you're going to get back on the bike?
I'm really hoping I'm on the bike actually riding by Whistler opening day, which is generally mid-May.
What? Are you pranking me right now?
No, man.
2 months?
Yeah.
I thought femurs were like a 6-month thing.
No, that's like ACL and all
Oh.
those ligaments. Like, a bone's a bone.
It's
Like
uncomplicated.
Yeah, I feel like the only issues I might have it because I tore up the muscle around my leg dangling everywhere. Like that'll be a little bit getting like the atrophy out of my knee and lower half because it's been couch bound for so long. But honestly, like my job is to be healthy. Like all I'm going to be doing is my physio exercises and anything I can do to shorten this process. Like I'm hungry. Need to get out there. Like sitting even for this long is super uncommon for me, and it's been almost 4 weeks now. So get me out of here.
Yeah, I feel like you are normally the busiest person, low key the busiest person I know. Like you're literally riding or skiing or doing something every day.
I love not sitting still. Like I always line my day up with activities. Like I can't find time to eat. That's my biggest issue. And like my wife literally is just like sit me down and feed me. and then make me do dishes. And I love it.
Does she burp you and
Eat your pizza
No,
pie.
Yeah.
no, I can burp and poop by myself.
Oh, that's impressive. Wiping gets challenging though, right?
She was the sponge bath
Yeah.
It's
queen.
bidet, it's fine.
She was my nurse for the first like week and a half at home, so I was getting sponge baths,
Nice.
and I feel like our relationship has gotten so tight.
So tight.
Cross lines.
Feeding off each other.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Feeding off each other.
Do you know who that is? That soundbite?
Is that Matt Hunter?
Yeah. Nice.
He knows. You're in that movie. You should
Yeah.
know.
It's either Rome or Follow Me.
That one's Follow Me. I think. Were you in Follow Me?
Yeah,
Yeah. It was Follow Me. The like Whistler segment.
that's right.
That's amazing. You've been in so many movies. What's like your most fond memory of a particular movie film? One of those movie films, you know?
Yeah, like Follow Me was actually a really fun production. We had a great time up at Silver Star, and I still haven't been back to ride Silver Star since. I've been wanting to because it was so much fun back then, but like we were so focused on shooting, we didn't get to check out the park too much. And then we had a super fun section down in Punta San Carlos in the Baja. Like Neural Disorder 6 was a blast to shoot because it was just like, it wasn't so much the vibe, it was like you're sending it. It's like every day, literally doing something that makes you uncomfortable.
I actually watched that segment last night because I was like just looking at like your filmography. I'm like, holy fuck, you've been in so much. And I guess I watched that all growing up and like not realizing that. It's like a lot, obviously, but that segment in particular had like some massive sins. Like
Yeah.
that was the Ord Road gap, I
That's
think, in that
right.
one, which you looked like you overshot.
Oh, I overshot by like 15, 20 feet.
Which for the people that don't know is what, 60-foot diagonal gap? 50?
Yeah, I'd say it's a solid 50, like tip to tip. And then like went a legit 15, 20 down the landing as well. And it was,
Can pull it up.
wild, man. Like I got, I'm basically out there and Matt Brooks has been hired on as our first aid attendee. He's like, oh yeah, the wind comes and sets here. So like it's going to blow, and then you're going to drop right before the third gust, and that should stop before you go off the drop.
What the heck?
And should
This
be
is
dead
science.
for 10 seconds. And
Wow.
so I went up there and just like stood there and felt the sets kind of come through, and it checked out. And so, yeah, dropped in. I got him to drop me in on right before the third gust, and holy cow, is it big.
Holy- Can we watch that? What do we search?
Binaural Disorder 6.
Yeah, if you go to YouTube, oh boy, we're gonna tell people how to pirate this.
Do you miss those films, the Neural Disorder films?
Yeah, of course. They kind of just like pushed the boundaries all the time. And then it was kind of just fed to us that we needed more substance in films. Where like at the time, we did not care about substance. We wanted like the send.
Yeah.
We didn't want like a storyline, but
There were
seems
still storylines though. I mean, they had like great intros, and then
like, yeah,
as the characters were introduced,
yes and no.
Yes
Like,
and no.
you had your intros, but like then you get to the other films from the collective and everything that just wanted to tell such a story. And I don't think that was super necessary, but it seemed like everybody wanted it because they told the people they wanted it.
Mm.
But yeah, I think a lot of people miss out on just like the Sandy films also.
yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
I sent it in the chat there, producer guy.
Big Al, Mr.
No,
Big
click
Al.
the link. Click the link. Yeah, there you go. That's Mr. Dr. Big Al to you. Oh, this is gonna be a copyright song. So
Oh yeah, turn that down.
turn it. This is
Wait,
it.
do you have the license to the song, Gully? Still? Yeah.
No,
Are you
we'll
holding it?
We'll have to call Big D.
Okay. All right. Big fan of the pod.
Big fan.
What did you do there, Big Al?
Long time listener.
Oh, just refresh it or something.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Internet. So
What's the last big production you worked on? Last big movie you remember?
Okay, here it is. Here it is. Hold on.
Oh god.
Everything was in slow mo back then, so it's gonna take a while
Yeah,
to load.
I'm getting there.
Yeah. Right now he's just trail riding. And then the zoom out.
This is Or Road Gap?
Or-
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. was just such a little pipsqueak back then.
Dude,
too.
how old were you at this point?
I gotta say, like 17.
Said what, 2005?
Yeah, this came out in 2005.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah, this was like, still is mind blowing. Like it holds up, like all these things.
Is that a Cove bike? Cove.
Oh yeah, that's the
Peeler?
I do.
it's either the Playmate or the Peeler. I think this was the Peeler.
You made that bike quite iconic for me. I love that bike because you rode it.
It was sweet back then. And then like now you look
Dirt
back on
merchant?
it and you're like, you're literally an orange racing bike
Nice little single
with
pivot
bigger
action.
tubes.
Was that a Superman seat grab on Dirt Merchant?
That was.
That's sick.
Yeah, that was. I was actually shooting with Carlin Dunn at that point, and he was doing like knack-knacks or something on that. And I was like, I want to try a Superman seat grab, and it worked out really well.
That was the first one you've ever done?
On like a jump that size. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do you do a backflip on this bike?
I don't think I
In this-
flipped in this section.
Mm.
That's it. That's all big on.
Do you
Yeah.
do straight flips?
They've been done.
They've been done by you?
Yeah, I was never really a straight flipper. I was always kind of over the shoulder, and that came from actual like cliff jumping water, because like you could spot your landing sooner,
Mm.
and it just kind of came naturally. Like my first flip ever was over the shoulder, and yeah, that's that.
What's the biggest cork flip you've ever sent?
One of the bigger ones was definitely at Chatel. It was like a solid 55-foot double.
Dear
And
God.
Wow.
yeah, corked that. You're like completely sideways in the air. You're like, this doesn't make sense. I hope it works out. You see your landing over your shoulder. You're like, oh, why is my wheel pointed towards the side?
Is Chatel is the one that looks like it's made of shale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and like
Looks so scary.
they call that one slope the face.
Okay.
Like Chatel is always a blast. Like I was one of the first people to spin a drop there.
Mm.
And then I ended up getting a flat, and I ended up winning the Chatel Spirit Award, which was the equivalent of second place. I was like, hell yeah.
Nice. There you go.
It pays to be a nice guy.
What was the like the jankiest course you think you've ridden?
Jankiest course. It would have to be like a little slope style that was in it was in Italy. And like everything was just plywood. Like there's plywood on the wet grass, like leading up to the next jumps. Like one of the wall rides you could like jump to, but the frame was too soft to like really push off. So like you just fall and case the top of this dirt quarter.
Made of linguine.
Like literally, like wet linguine, not even the dry stuff.
Freshly made.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of really sketchy ones. I remember Highland Bike Park one year was completely saturated and they wouldn't push the event. So like,
That was the Claymore challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
like we had like peanut butter tires, like going off anything. If you had slicks, you're sliding, trying to like keep your line. If you had knobs, you were completely peanut buttered in there.
Oh my God.
It was stupid. I could have pushed it a day. It would have been amazing. But
Do you miss that at all, those days of like,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, it was really fun. Like,
Yeah.
there was so much camaraderie between all the athletes. Like everybody was not only feeding off each other,
mhm.
but they were like super motivated, and nobody wanted to see anybody get hurt. Like you're just kind of pumping each other's tires and like trying to have a good show, more or less, and the best guy would win. And yeah, it was super fun. And there was no animosity between anybody. And I feel like the guys competing still definitely have that. Like everybody is really supportive of one another. Like they definitely take it a little more seriously. And the talent is definitely improved tenfold from our time. But it's still so cool to see. Like those guys are absolutely kicking butt. And yeah, I'm actually supposed to be in New Zealand judging that one, or getting home from New Zealand right now.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
For Crankworx Rotorua.
Yeah, Crankworx my leg.
Is that what you emailed them?
Sorry, I misunderstood. Femur accidentally stuck in windowsill.
Yeah. Leg sideways. Can't come.
What was the judging like in I guess the old days of slope style? Was it, because I know there's like always disagreements now,
Yeah.
you know, it's dramatic. Was it dramatic back then too?
Yeah, totally. Like I'd say the consistency of the judging was far less back then. At least there's like some sort of standard now. And if there is a question, it's like pretty even across the field that everybody feels that way. Whereas back then it'd be like, oh, that techno hander say gets 80 points, but that suicide gets like 50. You're like, what? How does this make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I feel like just the communication and everything between the judges now really does make a lot more sense. Like we can basically tell you what you're going to get in your run if you explain it to us beforehand. And we're there to help the athletes like do their best. And yeah, when we're in the booth, it's 0 favors. Everybody's equal. You could be the sickest guy there and come dead last easily.
Yeah, that's awesome to see. And
Yeah.
so you guys, when you like say you did judge Rotorua, you have before, you're watching the feed, the same thing everyone else is watching, but then you have access to like all this technology with like replays, and you can like analyze runs against each other that we can't, like as a viewer.
We generally don't get the actual feed.
Oh,
We have about 4 angles of the course at all times. And so like there are some more zoomed in angles on specific features, and that'll change with the rider coming down. And then we have like static feeds also that are a bit longer of a shot on the athlete at all times. And then if we do require like a little more time to make a decision or rewatch some footage, they'll give us the replay, like slow-mo, whatever we need. So it's pretty set now. And the panel is only about 8 judges that we rotate through. So a couple of people like Chopper, myself, Connor McFarlane, and a couple others. We're pretty consistent judges. So like we all just talk it out. It's not like what we do have French judges, but it's not like the French judge.
Go on.
So it's pretty cool now. Like we have a lot more consistency. We communicate, and the athletes genuinely seem pretty happy with the results. And if they don't, then come talk to us. Like we can talk this out and find some common ground here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Man, such a vulnerable role.
Oh,
judging.
yeah.
Like the mercy of the comments.
Well, and that was the big thing. Like I judged Rampage for a couple of years, and I was like, this panel has 0 consistency. Like we don't really talk or anything. Like we're told not to talk, just give like a raw score. But like, what if somebody's way out in left field or missed something and didn't see a trick? You need to have that communication. Like you needed to be able to talk this out and like, why do you think that guy deserves a 93 when everybody else thinks he should have had like an 82?
What is it like being a judge for a Red Bull Rampage? Is it luxurious? Do you get well taken care of?
You're well taken care of. Like, I flew directly in from Japan once, and like they had vehicle waiting for me. Like they give you a pretty good room. You're covered, but yeah, it's also the most disputed contest results of the year every year. So is it worth it? I didn't think so. I did it twice, and like I had some of my friends like actually getting really frustrated with me. And the order that is the final result might not be your order, but try explaining that to someone. Like they're only going to see what they want to see. Like I had a few of my American friends like actually get really, really frustrated because Sorgi won and Zink did not. And I'm like, listen, like both these guys are homies to me. But Sorgi won. Sorgi's run was better. And some of my American friends are like actually like really frustrated. Like, Sorgi only won because he's Canadian. Like, no, man, he crushed it. He's won how many times?
Yeah.
The dude knows how to ride Rampage.
So no more of that.
No, it's not worth your time, man. Like when you're actually having your friends get frustrated with you and like they want to start verbal arguments because of this, like, is it worth the $1,500 they pay you? No, absolutely not. But great event. Can't wait to watch next year.
Yeah. I mean, definitely entertaining event to watch.
Super entertaining. Like, the guys absolutely throw it out.
What was the last one you competed in? 20?
It was 14 or 15. Can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, that was a really fun event. Like people getting heated on the hill over line choices, actually building your line and like trying everything out. Like it's really cool. And you need to be on your A game.
Do we have a Geoff Gulevich Rampage run on YouTube that we can watch?
Oh, I think so.
There's a couple on there.
How much digging have you done in Utah?
Plenty. You're building all your runs.
Yeah,
So like, before,
like how could you quantify it? How many days have you spent out in the desert digging?
oh man, at least 50.
Do you prefer digging in the desert or on the North Shore?
The desert is so much easier. So much easier. Like you're hauling in water, and that's the hardest part.
All right, take us through this here. Can you turn that down a touch?
So this looks like a run too. I think I'd laid down a clean first run already.
Angle's a little low.
Yeah, this is like.
But it really shows the exposure.
Yeah, this is so messed up.
I think it's like the first year I was with GoPro also.
Are
Oh,
you?
yeah, so this is run one.
Dear
God,
God.
dude.
So that's off. I was supposed to go right and flip off a step down I had there, and I missed it.
Flip off a step down.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I'd done it for the first time the night before, and it was definitely the biggest step down I've ever flipped. And then I'd crashed off of the Oakley Center the day before, and now everybody's telling me that the wind's fine. You can see the flags, like the wind's on a 90 there, and I'm not feeling it.
I think I was actually here live watching this one.
So I actually haven't done this drop yet. This is my first time hitting this. I haven't really looked at it. I almost missed the landing here.
Oh,
Dude,
God.
Dude, it was... So I'd crashed off the Oakley Center the day before because I guineaed it.
yeah.
And my body was just in shambles. Like, I didn't really want to be riding at this point.
Nice.
But
Nice table.
holding it together. And then I think I finished with a good size 3 drop up here.
So many jumps. Are you exhausted by this point?
Kinda.
Are you?
Like, you're so in the zone.
Yeah. Wow.
Ugh.
And then I think if you watch the second run from this year, I do the flip drop, but I think I under-rotated a bit. I went super deep, held it together, and I blew up in the compression at the bottom. But we don't need to wait.
You crazy.
That was stressful.
You crazy.
So stressful. Oh, run 2. Here we go.
Yeah.
I kind of want to watch it.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Yeah. So like I have the photo of me flipping this drop successfully the night before. I don't know if I...
Love the kit, by the way.
Oh, dude, there's so much color. going
Bubblegum ice cream.
Yeah.
on
What-
top of the Oakland Athletics, yellow and green.
That's sweet too.
What kind of...
You painted a hardtail that split color, didn't you?
They
as
did
well?
all 3 of my bikes.
Oh,
that
nice.
color. That was a neat.
What is it like riding that? Is it like what happens if you fall?
Don't.
Yeah.
Why would you fall?
I don't know.
This is the flip drop here.
I guess that's the difference between me and a pro mountain biker.
Yeah.
And I
Oh.
got it.
Oh.
Yeah. I just got like that little bit offline to the right.
Oh
Yeah.
Was that the final year? The final Rampage year?
No, I think the next year was. I think there's
Mm.
another year in there.
Crazy.
Yeah, the 2014 there.
Oh, this was like Rocky Mountain Maiden.
The Maiden, yeah.
Yeah.
And I had the Manitou on the front there, the Dorito.
The Your bike's making some noises for sure.
Yeah, what's going on
I
there?
think
I
that's
didn't
the-
want to bring it
I
up.
think that's the crunchy bag of Doritos on the front.
Oh,
And this is like a prototype frame too.
oh.
Are you wearing any protection other than a full face helmet?
Knee pads. Yeah, I was
Fair
always
kid.
I was helmet and knee pads guy. Like I never wore a neck brace, back brace, because I figured like if you're doing things you're not comfortably doing in your normal kit, then why are you doing it? That was a cool double drop feature. And then we go.
Whoa.
Whoa! Oh man, then there's this cool little step down we built up here.
Any of the people standing around getting your way ever?
They
problems?
have in the past. I haven't had any issues with that before.
Whoa.
I feel like you need to translate this to VR.
Was it the last Rampage? Someone almost ran into like a spool on their run out. You guys recall that? There's
yeah. There's a spooled cable, like television cable.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it was in next to a bush.
Nice. Yeah, there's some weird stuff goes on there, but like they do their best. Like someone put a rail in Dylan Stark's line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. So
Yeah.
it's not legal in the rules. Could not do that.
I don't see why not.
Oh.
But like from what I understand is they threw it in like literally right before he dropped in. It wasn't like in there and set up because I think people were walking up that line and kind of kicking it out, or they wanted to keep it super secret. But all I know is it was set up like in his friend's trust to just throw that in there.
It seemed like it was a secret because when it played
Yeah.
live, Cam McCall didn't notice it. Neither did I. It
Yeah.
blended in. And then when they went to the replay, they cut it right before the rail. And I was so excited to see the replay because I thought, wait a second, what the heck? Well, what did he just do there? Like something happened, but you couldn't put your finger on it. And then they never went to the playback. And then I read in the comments all the tinfoil hats.
Mhm.
Yeah, they felt like it wasn't legal. So
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that, but who
'Cause
cares?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
man-made structure, is it allowed?
Oh yeah.
everything's man-made.
Yeah.
They
But-
make their entire runs.
But like in these clips you just showed us, they had the 2 Oakley senders.
Yeah.
They don't have that level of woodwork anymore, correct?
I think there are a couple bottleneck features still, like pull everybody back in.
I see. Is there a Red Bull Rampage this year?
It's a good question.
I don't know if they've announced it.
I would imagine there will be.
hmm
I feel like there is.
I feel like they are they running out of locations? Like that mountain's only so big, and they've used a lot of it.
It's a massive plot of land.
Yeah.
I think if they wanted to find a new location, they probably could pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But they've kind of just been recycling the old ones. So I don't know the grand plan, but I can't wait to watch it.
And not judge it.
Yeah, and maybe throw in a staircase and a rail.
Set of stairs.
Yeah.
So what are you doing for exercises? How are you keeping fit?
Oh man, I got some like old person walker stuff. I'm doing leg lifts like this.
That is impressive.
Oh yeah,
Very nice.
I know.
Get you in a pool with the old people.
Dude, I honestly cannot wait to go stand in a pool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to feel nice.
It's going to be incredible. Now that like all the incisions have closed, like as soon as I get the okay to weight bear from my surgeon, I'm going to be honestly the happiest person ever. And yeah, I hate sitting around. I'm so over this crap.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
100% believe it. Yeah, like Jason said, you're out there every day. You are, in my opinion, probably one of maybe a few people that actually are living the dream because you're just doing the thing every day.
I just want to do the thing, and I can't do the thing right now. It's really frustrating.
Yeah. Well, you're doing other things,
We're doing other
like
things.
learning Spanish.
Yeah, mi español es muy bien.
Hey, give us your best sentence. What can you say?
Put them on the spot like this.
Yo estudiar mucho y aprende mucho español.
Alonzo?
There's so much, man. Everybody's like, give me a sentence, and you're like, hola, amigo.
We have a Spanish speaker in the room, and he just gave him the, it was all right.
It is only okay. I study a lot. Estudiar.
No, this is the studio.
Right. Yeah. That's the hardest thing right there. It's like you can get all the words. It's like, oh man, it's ridiculous. All the conjugations and everything. Like, I'm not that great with English.
Super technical.
I wish I could say this in Spanish, but can you bring up the clip in the clip from Drop In where we see Gully for the first time. I would love to watch that on this
El
podcast with you.
Bring upo, le clippo. Por favor.
Yo necesito el tele.
Okay. What'd you type in? Drop In Gully. Now we have a artist, like a rap music video from Young Gully. And the track is called Drop.
I mean, that's pretty iconic. Maybe I did do that.
What is it? Season 2?
I don't know. I took a lot of drugs.
No, it's season 1.
Season 1?
Yeah, it was literally like the first episode.
Yeah, type in North Vancouver. Yeah.
Like Myrtle Park, I think. It's at the Myrtle Dirt Jumps.
Ooh, the
Oh,
OGs.
yeah.
Like the woman beside you in the hospital is named Myrtle.
I think it is. Yeah. I called her Moaning Myrtle, actually.
Oh, yeah. The Harry Potter reference right there.
It is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that one flew over my head.
Zoom.
Yeah. Just like a Quidditch player would.
I softball that one, dude.
Yeah.
All right. We're just watching Big Al scrub through the.
This is good television.
Episode 1? No.
I thought it's like honestly
Season
one of the
1.
first 3.
Yeah, it's like 1, 2, or 3 somewhere on the shore there. Whatever.
We'll find it eventually.
Keep talking. I'll
Just-
find it.
Just keep watching. Oh, Jason's gonna be.
We gotta vamp. Pick a different topic.
Hey, so what does it take to become a lifelong professional athlete? Yeah, people want to know.
Got to be able to roll with the punches, you know. Nothing's really ever going to go according to plan. Definitely got to be able to change with the terrain and what's happening with the sport. And I feel I've been pretty capable of segueing from local video athlete to Rampage contestant. Like it's nonstop. It's always evolving. Like I never really saw myself getting in slopestyle until slopestyle was a thing. And then I went from always being like a for sure like big mountain rider to learning bar spins and tail whips. And then everything kind of pushed back to Rampage and big mountain events. So if you wanted to be something and you wanted to try and do it all, you had to learn to do it all. And then injuries come into play. And you definitely got to have a lot of grit to kind of get back up there, because you're going to be so tired of these injuries that happen out of nowhere. And there's going to be a couple big ones in your career, no matter who you are, no matter how good you are. You might just slip one pedal and snap your tib fib. It's how it goes, man. Like I have broken things, like breaking my shoulder blade. I didn't even know you could break that. I didn't really know it was a breakable bone. I thought it was just always there and fine. Did that. Yeah, man. I've 4th-degree separation of my shoulder, broken my kneecap. Didn't know that was the thing you broke. Shin, ankle, femur now, fingers, concussions, nose.
Did you break your shin on a Razor scooter, or was that a bike?
No, I was on a bike.
Oh.
No, I wasn't part of the scooter.
Doing a
gangs.
whip.
Yeah. Douche. That would have been more embarrassing.
What was the most painful of all of your injuries?
Kneecap was really shitty. I'd say the tibia was the most painful because I just cracked it like 2/3 of the way. So everything hurt. Every movement whatsoever. When it's actually just broken and floating, it's not so bad. When it's still attached, but like a slight gust of wind makes you cry out, you know it real quick. And yeah, like that was me ditching out of a flip and my shin kicking the top of the landing.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Knee pad on?
Knee pad on. Shin pad no.
Oh, shin pad. Oh. Yeah, why don't... Oh, here we go. We
I
got
think I got
drop
it.
in.
this many dirt jumpers in one place.
I've seen this many riders on this whole trip combined, man.
Sean Danny looks like one of the kids.
Shay, and this is the Dirt Club, and this is Myrtle Park, our first.
Shout out Jay Hoots.
No,
Bill
Jay
Weiss.
Krantz.
Jay Krantz.
I believe that's Lenny Kravitz, actually.
Look at that dial dirt jump.
Looks like Lenny Kravitz went to the Canadian Tire, picked up a helmet.
Heck yeah.
We built it in May.
We love you, Jay.
We love you, Jay. Bill
Come on
Bike
the
Parks
podcast.
all over.
He was
Yeah,
at-
come on the podcast.
He was actually my first sponsor, man.
No way.
Hoots Gear, yeah.
That's awesome. There you are.
Is that you?
That's me.
What's this noise?
Yeah, what is this noise?
It's an awful noise happening right now. Oh, this is the music. It's just their music choice.
This is awful noise.
Sounded like there was something wrong with the
Sounds
cables.
like a parent listening to their kids' music. So this is not a place that exists anymore, right?
I think it still exists, actually.
Oh,
That's
really?
that was Mike Kinrad. This Byron Gray, Jay Hoots, don't know. Trevor
then nothing.
Chronister, I believe. That's me.
God.
I don't think that was me. That guy was too big. That was me.
Okay, how old were you here?
13, 14. 13 for sure.
Jay with the no-foot cans. Sick.
Heck yeah.
Love it.
Oh yeah.
Nice table.
Thanks, Doc.
What was that? Was that a no-foot can?
That was supposed to be enough I can.
Dave, are you just like loving this or what?
He's a North Vancouver boy, man. You should have
true.
love for this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Almost a heel clicker. Best vibe
my first house was right across the street from Myrtle Park, so
No way.
30
Yeah.
kids.
Were you right by like T and B and those guys?
Showed us all this stuff.
no. I mean, we moved out of there when I was like 6, so I didn't know those guys.
Gotcha. That guy's in a tree.
Did I miss the part where Gully says something?
I don't think so.
Where?
Here's all the kids.
That's
You know
Fraser.
all those guys? Oh,
A
great.
bunch of them.
So were you guys just there, or did you know they were coming?
They brought us there.
Oh, wait, what? In their bus?
There's no candy either. That's Kyle McClaws.
I hear him coming. Hold it up.
A Revy bucket.
What do you mean they brought you there?
Bam, that's me and Kyle.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, they told us they were all coming, shooting this TV show.
What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Geoff Gulevich. I'm from the North Shore of Canada.
The North Shore of Canada.
So you proud of these kids?
Dude, that was awesome.
From the North Shore of Canada. Well, I guess you could think it was Oahu.
I love that, man. Man, it's so funny. I was watching you on TV when I was just a kid. Before school, after school.
I thought I was from the North Shore of Canada.
Yeah. Hey, geography not so good. Spanish though.
There you go. Day
Yeah.
by day.
How was that day? Do you remember it at all?
Kinda. I remember having a little regret for saying North Shore of Canada.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like literally, I was just like, did I just say it? And then it actually came out, and I was like, yeah, I did.
North Shore of Canada.
Hey, you
I
guys
don't
can
know.
cut that, right?
Makes sense. Whatever.
No, it was cool. That was, I believe, 13 years old. First appearance in anything, really.
That's sick.
That's so cool. That's yeah. I love that.
Yeah, it was like being on the local news. Hey.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Hey, so what's this about collecting old riding gear? You collect stuff? What is this? We have a question here. I read you collect old riding gear from memorable moments. What's your most treasured item you have? Who read? Jason, you read?
I do read.
Okay. Jason read
I
something.
can read.
He doesn't know if it's the truth or not.
I collect some things. Like I have that old Rampage frame that had the Doritos on the front. I got some old Hoots gear. I got all my old painted full faces. Little things like that. Like I have like some old big checks from events and things like that. I got some old trophies, like just kind of cool moments.
So you do a garage sale annually.
I do.
How do you know what to get rid of and what to hang on to?
You know.
You know?
Yeah.
You know?
Stuff-
Do you do the thing where you pick it up and you ask yourself, does this bring me joy?
Kinda. You're like, do I want to keep you? No. I want to keep you.
Do you
Yeah.
regret ever selling some items?
No.
No.
I think it's a way of also moving on. Cleansing. Getting rid of things. Like I cannot wait to have a bonfire and watch these crutches melt back into their molten metal form.
You're going to get rid of them? But they've served you so well for so long. These are your original crutches?
Turn it into a piece of jewelry. and then it's like,
Their job is done.
When did you get the crutches?
I got the crutches when I was, I want to say 17. It was my first leg injury. So it was either I think it was when I broke my ankle. And then I held on to them for my knee, shin, and still have them for my femur. Those things are 19 years old.
And you're going to sell them now?
No, I'm going to light them on fire.
Oh, you're going to light them on fire? All right. Well, for ceremonial purposes, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. There you go. Their job is done.
Should we play a game of this or that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Feels like it. You ever play this or that? Oh, wait, no, hold on. We got to do the thing, right?
Yeah, you get the thing.
Yeah,
You
do
do
the
some
thing.
sort of thing. All right, it's that time again, folks. Time to play this
This
or,
or
that.
that.
The game where you choose between two radically different options, either this or
That?
you got it.
My God.
Do you understand the rules?
This or that.
Soundman, play that music.
To me?
I don't know. You have a computer.
Hold on. Do I?
we gotta.
Alonzo has it now.
Oh, he's okay. Who's gonna be? All right, here we go. All right, check.
Do you want me to do it?
Should we rock paper scissors it?
3, 2, 1, drop it in. McChicken or McDouble?
McDouble.
Competing in Rampage or competing in Joyride?
Rampage.
From or Seymour?
I love.
From or Cypress?
Cypress.
Photo shoot or video shoot?
Photo. So chill.
They never say video.
They never say video.
One more time.
Steeps or jumps?
Jumps.
Beer or coffee?
Currently coffee. I'm off the piss until I'm healthy.
And then you would come unhealthy.
Coffee or piss?
Coffee.
Early mornings or late nights?
Early mornings.
Cove Shocker or Rocky Flatline?
Flatline.
Skinnies or Teeter Totters?
Skinnies.
Wet trails or dusty trails?
Wet.
Tacos or burritos?
Burritos.
Free riding in Kamloops or Virgin Utah?
Kamloops.
The Alps or the Andes?
Andes.
Bad timing on this one. Lose an arm or lose a leg?
Well, I already know how one feels. Arm would be so much easier, man. You can still walk.
Ski trip or bike trip?
Like trip.
Ladies only or boogeyman?
Oh, don't put that on me. I gotta go with the ladies because it's on for home.
I love how much you love the shore.
I love the shore.
Cork flip or 3-drop?
Cork flip. I love cork flip, man. Flat drop, 3 drops are sick, but cork drop are sick.
Well, luckily you can do both. So.
Thanks, Dad.
Hitting Ord Road or the Toonie drop?
Ord Road.
Hitting Ord Road or the Oakley Center?
Ord Road. Oakley Center had a shit landing.
North Shore Extreme or New World Disorder?
North Shore Extreme's so funny. I love it.
And finally, POW or Loam?
Nothing really compares to POW.
That's it. They always say POW.
They always say pow. No one will ever say long.
Well, good job. You did it.
That's
Did
it,
I-
everybody.
Did I win?
You won, yeah.
You won. You did win.
Morale is at an all-time high.
Fucking rights.
Yeah. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Geoff Gulevich from the North Shore of Canada. Are you well fed?
I'm well fed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm from the North Shore of Canada.
North Shore of Canada.
We have great salmon.
Yeah, that's it. Anything you want to share with the people? Anything you want, like, where can we follow your adventures?
I definitely do all the social media stuffs. I have a cool story from Nepal coming out pretty soon. I was with Tito Tomasi. I did a pretty amazing trip with Evok and Kurt Sorgi to Peru last year. Both of those should be releasing pretty soon here. Excited for people to see that. I do the YouTubes.
Yeah, what's your YouTube channel?
Geoff Gulevich.
Yeah. Are you still using the intro I made you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I might need some updates.
Okay.
Yeah. Can we talk about that?
I saved I got it on a hard drive somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll swap a couple clips out.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Awesome. Thanks for listening, everybody. Please remember to subscribe, do all that stuff. Watch YouTube if you're listening. We love you. We love each other's. Thanks for sticking around all the way to the end. Hey, we also have a voicemail. Gully, will you leave us a voicemail one day?
Absolutely.
Okay, just go to speakpipe.com/feedingoffeachother. Can we shake on it?
Yeah.
Leave us a voicemail.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks so much for having me, you guys. It's been an absolute slice.
Yeah.
And as always.
No.
No, I'm sorry, Gully. We do this. It's weird. We do it at the end. I don't know why. We started it a long time ago and we keep doing it.
You're just well fed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
We're fucking done.
Thank you for listening to Feeding Off Each Other. Please subscribe for more great podcasts.